Hi everyone, it's Erin here from Erin Elizabeth Designs, back with another Flosstube. I have a lot to share with you guys today, new releases of my own, things that are coming up. I have some personal stitching. Let's just face it, it's been a while since I've sat down and chatted with you all, so today's going to be a big download and catch up, and yes, I'm here. So what have I been up to? My goodness, so much. But in the last little bit, we just had our spring break here. We have 2 breaks from school. So I've got 2 kids, one that's in grade 1, he's 6, he'll be 7 this month, and my other son is 3. So just the one in school right now, and he has been very busy with that. But we get 2 breaks. We get a winter break in February and we get a spring break in April. So we just finished our spring break here, and we very much last minute decided we were going back home to BC to go see the grandparents. So we had a wonderful visit there and got to meet up with some of our other family as well. My brother and his daughter came down for a visit as well, and then my sister came and hung out with us too. So, and then we got to hang out with my husband's sisters. They're both in the same area, so one lives in the same town and the other is really close. So we got to hang out with them too, and the boys were over the moon, overjoyed. It was just family fun and good quality memories were made. We had our Easter there, so they got to do a little Easter egg hunt, and it was just like a big happy house full of family, and it was just lovely. So a really good break, well earned and needed. So it was lovely to be home with family again. But since all that, been back to work, like full force back into it, just trying to get the things done and out to you guys. So I'm just gonna, I don't think I have much other like big life updates really. We finally hit spring here. It has been a very long winter. Now that spring's here though, it's like you forget about all that, and it's been lovely weather, getting the yard set up for summer and just enjoying the outdoors a bit more. So other than that, that's like a lot of work. A lot of work's been going on, and you know, the daily life to life stuff. So with 2 young boys, life is busy, and also managing a business, you know, so I'm just busy with the day-to-day all the time. So yes, anyways, otherwise, what have I done personally, I guess, for myself? I've been taking some time for quilting, so I did get a couple quilts done this year, which was really amazing because you know how it happens. You just collect all the beautiful fabric, and you just, you know, there's that itch always to get those projects going and done. So I was able to get some of those things done and crossed off my list. That being said, my son's birthday is this month, and I have been kind of promising him a Sonic quilt. So I do have to get moving on that. Scheduling that in now. But I did some quilting. I pulled out my acrylic paints, and I've been trying to do some painting, get back into that. It's been quite a long while, and I've never really given a full focus. Like, I want to focus more energy onto making that like a habit in my day-to-day schedule. Obviously not every day, because that's cross stitch, but I want to start making it a practice to try and fit it in week to week. So painting and sourdough. I've been going down that sourdough hole, like making all the things. So thank you to Stephanie, the New England Stitcher, who started that. But the family loves it. I love it. It has been an amazing addition to the household and the kitchen. It's kind of really amazing what all you can do with a sourdough starter, and how simple bread making can be. So I'm loving that. Anyways, let's get into it. I don't want to be here all day because I know you guys have lots to do, but looking around, it's gonna be a long one. Yeah. So as far as new releases go, I've had two, just making sure, kind of two new releases. So the latest being the Be Humble. So this is Be Humble. I really had the itch to do another bee. I know. But how this happened, this one actually is a strange, not my usual approach, but I was stitching on another project with Dinky Dye Silks, and while I was doing it, these colors kind of lumped together, and I was like, instantly saw like, oh, those colors would be beautiful in a bee chart. And I thought about going to one of my existing ones and stitching it with it as a conversion. And then I was like, I really want to do something else. And I really had this incline idea to do, like, I really wanted to get some more detail into the wings of the bee and do more of like a delicate version of that. So there's a lot of like long stitches, back stitching in there, and then just some faint of the off-white coloring to kind of give that translucent kind of look. And then the variegation in that yellow came through really nice there. So this is with 4 Dinky Dye Silks, and I just love how it came together. So this design kind of started out with the big old bee in the center, and then I thought it'd be fun to do a play on words, the Be Humble. So that went in next, and then it kind of, I wanted the big letter type in there behind. So as you can see in here, there's a big B as well. So B is for bee. And then I went in with a little bit more of the fine work of back stitch, long stitches in there, and added some more of that kind of dimensional with the regular cross stitch, and then with the long stitching as well. So there's lots of detailed dimension to it in a way. And then we obviously have to have some beautiful flowers around there to add that extra elegance. And I went with this sort of framing in here of the striping. I love a good stripe, polka dot, that kind of thing. So I thought that'd be kind of fun to just add that extra detail in there, almost to mimic a ribbon or such. And I am so happy with how this one came together. So this one's been out for a little while now. It is available as a PDF on my website, and it is available for shops to order as well. It does have a DMC option as well, but it's a pretty simple palette, 4 colors. You could easily just pick any colors from your stash. So Be Humble, this one is stitched on 36 count light mocha linen. So it's just one, I did 1 silk thread over 2 linen threads. So it's very delicate and soft, and that's the look I was personally going for. If you did it with the 2 strands, it would definitely be like bolder and have more of a kind of more of a punchy look to it. But I wanted, the idea with it, with going with off the wing, was taking that delicateness of the wing and kind of going for more of like a vintage, almost like vintage stamp, or kind of like a vintage postery kind of feel to it. So that's where I was kind of, the idea and inspiration came from for that one. So, and that one is finished on the pocket paddle from Chantelle 141 Designs. So I love this little board. It's so easy to put together. It's got this little riser in between this finishing board and the backer board that then creates this little pocket for you to put any kind of little extras in. So I just put in a bunch of flowers and greenery in there to kind of fill that out. And then up here on the top, I did wrap some twine around it and like added a little vintage key just for that extra vintage feel. And the back part I stained. I love that her boards have that wood grain on them, and that you can just stain it. And that, I mean, I love anything that shows the natural raw wood. And staining it then goes with like a wood stain, then goes with any stitch in the future. So I did finish this on a magnet so that I can plan on doing other stitches for this board as well, which I love to do that. So this is a very great neutral. So like I said, I finished the board with just a water soluble stain. I get mine, it's Bear brand, and I get it from Home Depot. And I just love being able to do that, to just stain it and it's done. With this one, I wanted to do something a little extra different. So I did paint this part to kind of give it more that, because to me this looks like a lace trim, and I thought that would be really fun to just do something a little different. So I painted that with a white and a cream and just kind of like layered it and then went through and scuffed it. I did stain the board underneath first too, so that the darker was there when I did go and rough it up a little bit, so you can still get some of that kind of wood grain coming through. But so fun. I love this finish, and that stitch, it really just came together exactly how I had envisioned it. So I know it's been out for a little bit now. You guys have seen it. You guys have purchased it. I can't wait to see you guys stitch it and how you choose to finish it. So I just, like usual, did a matte board finish for the stitch. I put a layer of batting underneath that, stitched that onto there, and then I just did this one with the fabric behind it just to give it a little extra pop and dimension there. So that is Be Humble, and stitched on 36 count light mocha with Dinky Dyes silks. I hope I got all the information. The finishing board is from Chantelle 141 Designs. I will link that as well. I think it's called the Perfect Pocket or Paddle Pocket. I will put the information in the description box for you guys, but oh, is that on there the whole time? There's a little thread on there. If it was, sorry. But that is Be Humble, and let me know what you think. Did you get it? Are you stitching it? Do you love it? Does it, yeah, what are your thoughts? Yeah, so that was a mid-stitching something else. Inspiration came, sat down, started designing, and couldn't resist start stitching it. So sometimes that's the way my design process goes. I am in the works of something and something else comes up and I just have to jump on it and switch direction and focus. Luckily, I'm allowed to do that. So that's why I love this job. It is totally up to my creativity to go where it takes me. So Be Humble. Next we have, I feel really rusty and I feel kind of like just jumping into it here. So again, if you guys have any questions, please comment in the video or reach out to me on Instagram or anything like that. Facebook, I have a Facebook group as well if you're not there. Just for a place for all people stitching any of Erin Elizabeth Designs to come and share what you're working on, your finishes. There's inspiration within the group because people have amazing ideas, thread changes, finishes, all the works. I encourage you to go over there and share as much as you want. and get some inspiration. But yes, anytime, please don't hesitate to ask the questions, because like I say, I'm gonna forget stuff. So next up we have Lemon House. Now this one was released as well. It's part of my house series that I've been doing on this finishing board from Paisleys and Polka Dots. So this is the lemon version of it. I have other ones that I've already released in this sort of series, and it comes with the main stitch here and then the 2 small stitches as well that I always finish into 2 different pillows. So every time I've done this, I've kind of done the same, a long pillow and a little square pillow, because I feel like they layer in there very nicely. And this board is a lot of fun to stage because it's got this depth to it of the fence. You can put all sorts of little goodies in there. Got some planter pots in there. This has been, I've been trying to move it around and it keeps getting shuffled up. So it's a little, I'm going to put it down and show you guys the stitches and everything up close. But this is it together in the display board. And then I'll give you a closer up of the stitches here. This is just kind of awkward to show in the full camera, and I might just drop it. So I'll just take them off. So I do the magnet on the main board for the main stitch. And this is Lemon House. I love these colors. This is stitched with DMC. And it is on 28 count Ren Lugana from Picture This Plus. I just adore this design. These colors are everything. Same color palette as my Lemon Tier, so they go nice together, and the Lemon Home that I did that were part of my spring releases. So this one was stitched by my model stitcher, Kimberly, as well. Thank you, Kimberly. But just absolutely love this design and the detail that's in there. I finished it on a mat board with the batting underneath, 1 layer of batting. And then I just found this lacy trim that I stitched on around the edges as well. And I love how that one came together. So I could not be happier. Like I say, this color palette is literally everything. I'm gonna have to do some more with it because I think it's the perfect soft yellow with the greens, and then you get the bluey greens in there too. So this one is Live Life with Zest, and it's just a cute little finish. And again, this is the long version, so I did sewed them together, the fabric and this. I did the same size for this and the fabric piece, and then I just sewed them together, then laid my rickrack on top, stitched it down with a top stitch, and then sewed the backer and the front together. Just made a back the same size as the 2 of them together. I do the slit in the middle here, and then stuff it and cover it with a felt. And I did a felt heart, added some little charmies on the back just for that extra little detailing, and buttons. I love that. I just love that. And then I did a twine around there just for a little extra something, and another little charm on there. So happy with that. That's the Live Life with Zest. And then the other one that comes with it is Squeeze the Day. So again, a little cute word art, and you got the little lemon and some flowers, and Squeeze the Day. And again, just did a backer with that little hole in the back and stuffed it and covered it with another felt heart. So that is Lemon House. I love the series, this whole collection with the board. Like I say, this board is fabulous. So it's really fun to be able to put different things in it. You could do full lemons in there. There's enough room you could get some lemons in there and stuff. So yeah, if you guys have yours any of the house series that go with this board finished and on it. I would love to see what color you have painted your house, what you're putting in there for display, any of your finishes. Again, you can share them on my Facebook group, and I love seeing what you guys are doing with your stitches, how you're making them your own. So those were my two newest releases. I did also have earlier this year an exclusive release with Reese from the Crafty Grimalkin. So I know a lot of people have already seen the chart and got it and are stitching it. Tons of people have been sharing their process of them stitching it, which is awesome to see. But she had reached out to me to do an exclusive for her anniversary of her shop, and I of course said yes. She asked for something moose themed, so I came up with the Wandering Moose, and she was very happy with this design. She said it even reminded her of some mountains that are in Maine, and I am so happy as well with how this came together. It was really fun to create something like this. So I did it on the diamond shape for something a little different, which is fun. This one I stitched is on 18 count Aida. It's finished in an 8x8 frame, and I just got this frame from Michael's, so it's just 8x8, and I just put it on the diamond tilt. I put fabric over the backer board that's in here, and then I put like stacked some mat board behind this, just 2 layers of it up to kind of bring it forward a bit, because this is quite the depth of the frame. And then it gives this kind of like shadow box kind of feel to it. So it's popping off of the backer, which was really fun. I just covered that backer with some fabric that went with the stitch. So this one is stitched on 18 count Catnap Aida, and that's from Roxy Floss Co. And it is stitched with Dinky Dye silks. So there's, again, 4 different colors in that one. And I really had a lot of fun playing with kind of more of a realistic, art-inspired approach to it with this one. And again, with the negative, positive space. So this was a lot of fun to, you know, in the grasslands here, to create the trees out of the negative space, and then to bring the trees in the front, the forward ground in. And then over here you have them where they actually transition between. So and then with the moose too, is kind of like etched away with the negative space to create all that detail. It's a really fun approach for a single thread. So I love doing stuff like this. It really, really lets me kind of tap into that creativity and kind of think of it all in a little bit different. It's very different designing something like this versus, you know, like something that has multiple threads in it to give that shading and color coloring effect to it. So it was a real pleasure to do this one, and Reese is wonderful, and thank you to everyone who has gone over and helped her celebrate by purchasing this chart and helped support her and myself through that. So thank you again, Reese, for asking me to do this. And if you haven't got your copy, she still has them available. It is an exclusive with her for the whole year of 2025. So if you're looking for this chart, pop on over to the Crafty Grimalkin. Again, I'll put that information in the description box for you guys. So that is that for my newest of releases. The other one I did have is I did back in the fall of last year, I did the Sewing Tomato exclusive with Crazy Annie's Stitching, and she put together a box for it. So this is the Sewing Tomato, and she had the exclusive box. She was lovely and sent me my own little parcel of it. So this one is now released as a general release, so it is available for shops to order now, and it is available as a PDF on my website as well. So if you're looking for, if you didn't get a chance to get in on this subscription box, you can pick up the chart now, and Crazy Annie still does have the charts available too, I believe. So this is the sewing tomato. So that's the chart, and in the box you got the chart. You had your choice of fabrics, so mine here has the Lugana, and then you got the floss to go with it. There's even a threader in there. Get a lovely little thank you note that gives you all the information, and gives you one of these finishing stickers to put on the back of your piece. Tells you all the lovely information. Some candies. And I know this is kind of, my goodness, these, you guys. Like, how perfect are those? It's so funny because I didn't even think about those, but so cute. Like, it's like they were made for it. I can't believe that. So that's so cool. So those are from Just Another Button Company. And then you got some needles in there too, which can never have too many needles. So they all came in these cute little bags and things too. And what else is in here? We got a beautiful cross-stitch journal. This is from Primrose Cottage. So it's even got a little chart in it, and then it has your information for stitches that you're working on and as you go through them, and then even a little spot to put a little photo in. So that's super cute. You got the unstitcher. Always need those, unfortunately. And then more cute little bags, like just everything's so thoughtfully put together. And then the vintage ribbon, and I did use that. I didn't finish it on the actual piece, but I did have it like in the staging around it, and it would be really cute if you're doing a pillow, or even if you wanted to use some of it up here on this finish. My finish was on one of the wooden books from Michael's. I would show you guys the actual chart, like this. The whole reason I pulled the box out right now in the midst of all the stitching is to show you the chart that I'm talking about, because the actual piece is out at a trunk show. So it was just released at a trunk show for the first time. So that was really exciting. Yeah, and if you were there, I'm sure you already got your hands on a pretty little copy of the chart, or at least got to see the stitch in person. So that's always exciting. And then you got a needle minder, tomato themed. So cute. Did I already show this stuff? Oh my gosh, there's more. It just keeps coming. A little book with a pen. So that's awesome. And then another little bag. Oh my gosh, this, yes. Look how cute. Hang that on a project bag, or your scissors, little scissor fob. That's a Lori Holt. So amazing. And then these cute scissors. The little storks, which match. That match the design. Like, are you kidding me? They almost look at like, how perfect. And it comes with the little, I don't know if I showed that, the little cover. You know what I do like about this too is it's got the little hole here, so you could attach that in a project bag easily. Or even better yet, you could put it on like a chain and just wear it. And then you always know where your scissors are. All right, and then this cute little stitch charm as well. So for scissor fob, or again, you could add it on a project bag as well that says Stitch. So totally amazing little curated box of goodies. Thank you again, Annie, for sending that along. If you guys got the box, I hope you enjoyed all the little goodies that came along with it as well. It's always fun to get that kind of stuff and not know exactly what's gonna all be in there. It's always stitchy related stuff that's always useful and good. So totally amazing. All right, so that, like I said, that chart is now available for a general release. So if you didn't get a chance to get it, you can get it now. And yeah, then on the same with Crazy Annie's Stitching, I have been doing for this year, 2025, we did the Vintage Seed Packs collection. One of my favorite designs to date. Like, I'm very proud of this collection. It has been a lot of fun coming up with the designs and then seeing them come to life in their own little finishes. And I got my main finish of all of them together on one big piece to share with you guys today. And it's not fully finished yet. I want to do a filming of that video to put that together. But we are now into May, so May is month 5 of the collection. Like I said, it's a series that's running for all of 2025. It's a 12-part series, so that means 1 chart per month. You can still sign up with Crazy Annie's Stitching, so head over to her Facebook group or Instagram, send her an email that you'd like to join the club, and she will get you started on it. I, from the beginning, have said, like, you can finish them individually. I thought they'd be super cute as individual bowl finishes or for a tiered tray. So I've been doing pillows for them individually. And then you could do any kind of flat fold or anything. There's so many different ways you could finish them. But this is how I chose to finish them. And then you can stitch them all together on one piece as well. And it is stunning as one big piece. I cannot wait to show you guys. So let's get going. Number 5 is the pansy. So I do have the other ones up top here. I'm going to do another video because this is going to be so long, this one, that just shows where we are to date with them. And I might wait till next month to do that video just so that I have the first 6, so it'll be like kind of halfway point, and I will share all 6 so far and then do the big finish, share it in the frame as well. So for month 5 it is the pansy. So this is the Vintage Seed Pack pansy, and so we've got that beautiful little border around that just kind of frames the seed packet, and then pansy, finest quality, seeds, 25 cents. I love the colors, just I love how these have come together. I could not be prouder of the detail that I managed to get with still keeping the palette pretty simple and pared down. So, because sometimes my biggest thing when I first started designing was I was designing like I was painting, and you know, you make this color and you make this color and this color happens, and then so there's a lot more tones and colors, and that's how I kind of first started designing. Now I've tried to like strip it back into like block, where I like block things out and then go in and shade it and try and use as few colors as I can to get that detail and dimension that I want, but not overpowering as much for having to constantly change your threads and stuff like that. Because I do know there's a time and place for that detail, and I love the challenge of trying to do just as much with less. So that's kind of been my goal with my designing. And like I said, I am pretty darn happy with the detail that's created in these ones. So this is number 5, the pansy. I have the lilac before, so it started with tomato, and then it went lily, and then corn, and then lilac, and this is pansy. And it's just, okay, I'll finish the details on the pillow. This one is, and then I'll share the next one, because the next one's sitting in front of me, and I just want to share it right now, but let's finish with the details. So this is 14 count vintage smoky white Ada, and again, finished into a pillow. Add words together, create new ones. So this is Stitching with the Housewife's fabric used on the back for the finish. I do, again, the slit, a little felt over top, and the added detail on the back there. I love how these sit in the dough bowl together, or even just a random one-off display. They have been so fun to create the little photos and stuff for the covers. I cannot wait to see them all in one big display together. So Crazy Annie Stitching does have the finishing fabric for this. So if you are going to be doing it in the individual pillows, or maybe even in a flat fold, or like a little hanging ornament, or a stick finish or something, board finish, you want some finishing fabric to go with it, I chose, she's got these, the Stitching with the Housewife fabrics. So she's got these, and I chose these ones to kind of go with this collection. So I just thought, I'm a sucker for all things plaid, polka dot, and stripe, like you name it, I'm there for it. It's black and white, great. Always good to have this on hand. So even if you're looking for fabrics for other finishes, she does have these available. So that's what's on the back of this, and very, very happy with that. So that is the individual. You guys ready for the giant reveal? I don't know if you're ready. So I've been stitching the individuals. I did the stitching for the individuals myself, and my model stitcher, amazing woman she is, Kimberly, who also has her own Flosstube and Instagram as well. But if you guys aren't watching her Flosstubes, she shares a lot in a very, like, she doesn't go on and on like some of us do. She's got very nice, compact, but still very informative and beautiful stitching. Like, her stitching is amazing. So she's got wonderful Flosstube. Love what she's doing. And I'm so grateful for her. So you ready for this giant reveal? I'm gonna probably have to like back up here a little bit. Okay, you ready? Ready? I should have grabbed a board to put it on. But are you kidding me? Look at that. So if you're not part of this vintage seed packets collection, this is your indication to now come over and join the fun. Because are you kidding me? I am just, like I said, so proud. And like, it truly, truly does feel like a piece of art. So let's start with, we have the tomato, which was the first one. Then we did lily. I can't tell if I'm in the screen still. Then we have corn and lilac. Pansy. I'm trying to go like cabbage is next month. Poppy. Carrots. As I just peek back and forth to see if I'm in screen. Pumpkin. Sunflower. the peas, and zinnia. I am so happy with it. Kimberly, you are amazing. I know I say it all the time, but my goodness, she just tells me, it's just X's. I'm just doing X's. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You are a fabulous stitcher. This is stunning. I'm so thrilled. So thrilled. Do you guys want to see the back of her stitching? Like, you wouldn't even know that that's the back because it looks like it could very well be the front. Amazing. So if you guys are stitching, I've seen a few people stitching it as a one whole thing. I think that is a great decision. I mean, I'm also like huge sucker for the little guys too. These are so cute, like in the little displays and stuff. And just, you could pop them around all different parts of the house. Put all the flowers together, put all the vegetables together. They're gonna be so fun to add to any extra little display piece, or, you know, for fall, you can pull out your pumpkin and sunflower, and then, I mean, really all the veggies can come out, I guess, in fall, but they're just, oh, the tomato, I love that tomato. I'm so happy with this, how it all came together. Like I said, I think this is my favorite kind of designing, is really trying to get more to that detailed, realistic feeling and dimension, and adding the extra with very little. Like, I am very pleased with this. There, just so happy, so happy. So I am gonna get that all finished up in the frame. Now Crazy Annie's Stitching is doing offering a frame for this as well, the frame option, and she was lovely enough to send me the frame as well. So I have that here, and this is the frame for it. So is that not the most beautiful? It's green, and then it's got this bubble detailing around there. I love it. It just comes as a nice frame, to easy to cut out your own foam core and then just pop it in there. So when I go to do that, I'm probably going to, I might end up pinning this one. I generally do stretching, but because it's going to be so linear around the edges of this, with the framework of the seed packets, I might end up doing pinning. We'll see. I will let you guys know when I tackle that and how it best goes. I didn't give a ton of extra fabric around this for the framing process, because I knew it was going to be a bit of a tighter framing to it. And also this was kind of like what I could fit with the fabric I had on hand, and it was like gonna take a bit to get more. So we made it work, and this is I generally do a 2-inch border for my stuff for finishing, because I'm the one doing it and it works for me. The last frame finish I did was my Spring Shows Us, and I ended up, that one had one side for, I can't remember why, but one side, I think maybe I started it funny, I'm not sure, was tighter of a margin than the others, and so I ended up adding some extra fabric on a couple, like I don't know if I did all, I think I did top and bottom, added some extra. And when I stretched it with the added fabric, like I just stitched on some, like did a stitch along and added it on, and then stitched through the fabric, not the weave of this. I felt like it laced up better than any other lacing I had tried before. And my biggest thing with linen and lacing is sometimes I feel like you can really see where it's like where you went into the fabric and where it's pulling. Like when I like a nice tight pull on it, and so sometimes I feel like you can really see that those weaves are being kind of like a little bit more tension there, and you have to be careful of it. So I did find that with the fabric I didn't get that, and it was like it almost made the whole process so much easier. It just stretched it differently. So I think with this one might be kind of a good one to add some fabric and try that and see how the initial like stitch on goes. And if it doesn't go how I figure it will, then I can go in once it's stitched on, because either way when I pin or lace, I lace first and then I find I go in and pin after it's like kind of already temporarily put on from the lacing. Like I won't like tighten anything up if I think I'm going to go in and pin. So that's how I do it. Yeah, I'm thinking to try and see, and I'll probably talk to my friend Chris, the camping stitcher, too, because I know she does all her finishes in frames all the time. I believe she pins mostly. Yes, because she gets all tangled up in the lacing. And her stuff is always fabulous. So I'll probably have a discussion with her and see what she has to say or thinks on it. I'm going to try for you guys to hold this up. This, I forgot to tell you, was, okay, this is stitched on the linen of the smoky white, linen. It's a 32 count. So I did the 32 count vintage smoky linen, vintage smoky white linen. And I didn't, I mean, that's the fabric I chose, but Kim stitched it on there. Okay, we're gonna try and just hold it behind this frame and see what it looks like. Now it is a smidge, I just realized it is a smidge bit. It's not a perfect square. It's very close to a perfect square. So this is your, I'm just holding it here, but when you go to do this, you make sure you measure. You know, they say measure twice. I'm like a measure 5 times, do once kind of person. Hope you only do it once. Measure more than you. There, it goes that way. Okay, so it's a slightly wider than it is tall. And that, oh my gosh, you guys, this is gonna look amazing. So Crazy Annie Stitchings picked out this frame, and like I said, she has them available to purchase. So if you are interested in finishing it this way, you can reach out to her through her social media, Facebook, Instagram, send her an email, get the information on the frame. I believe when she had the sign up and stuff, all that information was available, but maybe you thought, yeah, I don't need the frame. And now you see it and you're like, yep, that's just, I need it. So if that's the case, head on over to see her and she will get you all straightened out with that. But that is so stunning and I cannot wait. This one is going up on a wall in my house. It is so beautiful. So, so beautiful. I hope you guys got a chance to join that club. Like I said, it's an exclusive with her for 2025. It will eventually come out as a general release, but not till later in 2026, probably. Yeah. Okay, so that is all for stitching. I think all for my own personal stitches. Next we have like my designs and stuff. Okay, so I don't get a lot of stitching done for myself outside of my designing. I don't even know what it is. I do a lot of stitching of my models and stuff, and then Kimberly does a bunch for me as well. As you guys know, I am looking for other model stitchers, so if there's anybody who is interested at this time, I'm looking for people who are in Canada. If you have experience or not, doesn't matter, but I have a form on my website. If there's anybody that's interested, you can head there and fill out the form. If you have an Instagram account where you share your stitching and stuff and you're involved in the community, let me know in there as well what that is so I can find you and see what kind of stitching you're doing and everything. But I am looking to expand the model stitching so I can focus on designing more. And if you guys have been here for a while, you may know, you may not know, about 2 years ago I was diagnosed with RA, rheumatoid arthritis, and it is attacking, like, it's my hands most and foremost. So it's been a bit of a journey trying to navigate that, but I do notice, you know, the more I'm doing, everything I do is directly related to my hands. So all my hobbies and interests, my art, it's like my livelihood, right? So I am trying to not give everything up, but I also have to be mindful that I can't do everything that I used to do all the time. So there's a little bit more balance. Anyways, I have so many ideas spinning in my head constantly on designs, and it's like a rabbit hole almost. You get going down that path, and well, I really want to sit down and stitch everything I'm creating, because it's part of the process for me, is to like see it come to life. And sometimes it stirs up changes, right? Like, that's not quite right, let's go back to the drawing board, or oh, I should have done this differently, why did I do it like that? So I do enjoy that full process, but I also really do love when I send pieces out and then they come back to me in the mail and it's like Christmas Day. So it's amazing to see that come back as well. So if you're interested, please, like I say, head over to my website and fill out a form. Last time I talked to you guys, I don't know if it probably wasn't my last video, because I just did a download on new releases, but time before I had talked to you about possibly doing a new start, and this was a chart I picked up from Stitch New England, and I kept calling it Leaf Thief. And when I was watching back my video to edit, I was, oh my gosh, it's the Leaf Flag by Bent Creek. The reason I called it that is because this reminds me of this book that I read with my son called The Leaf Thief. And it's this, I swear it's almost the same image on the front of the cover. So I was just, in my head, it was The Leaf Thief. And I specifically picked this because I thought he would love it too, right? So that is, apologies. It's been bugging me. It bugged me when I was editing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I kept saying that. Never once corrected myself. Anyways, I picked that up at Stitch New England when I was there for the retreat, and at the Jingle Ball, I thought it'd be fun to stitch. I was hanging out with some of my friends that I met there, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna stitch this up, and I got it done in the one of the stitching rooms in one of the days. So I stitched it on 40 count. I forget the name of this. It's a Picture This Plus, and it's a 40 count. Oh, well, there, I have this. It's kind of a greeny gray. It's more green than gray, but anyways, I did it on a 40 count, so it'd be a nice cute little pillow to put in a little bowl for like my memories dough bowl. And I did leave off the bottom little detail there, and I changed the colors just slightly to whatever I had in front of me on hand kind of thing. It was one of those things where it's like, looking at it, I kind of feel like maybe I did the pumpkin the same, but I think I just picked up what I had out of my other design that I was working on. And anyways, I just pulled it and I changed the colors. I did a little red leaf, and yeah, I love it. It's cute. And I still haven't finished it into, I did this at the Jingle Ball, and I haven't finished it into anything yet. So that I will put on my list of things to do, but that is the leaf flag from Bent Creek. And I know a lot of people picked that up at the retreat, so it's kind of fun seeing everybody stitch it. As far as other things that I worked on, we had the Jingle Ball, and then we had I almost said Spring Mingle, but that's the one that's coming up this weekend. I'm filming on Friday, so it's actually tonight that it happens. So May 2nd, I'm filming today. I don't usually mention the date because it's not really relevant to I don't film enough for it to be like, this was, anyways. And I might not get this up till like after that time. So I got to sit down and edit and then go through. So anyways, I was just trying to think, what else did I stitch on there? Jingle Ball, and then we had the Nash Stash Start-a-thon. So I went to that and just did the stitched in the rooms. So much fun. So much fun just meeting people and mixing with everybody and getting to see what everybody's starting, and it was just a lot of fun. So I worked on a few different things, but I have been, since I went in the fall, winter, spring, anytime I get some time to stitch, I've been trying to stitch on my Praiseworthy Stitches. Let me get the cover photo if it's in here still. Yes, Praiseworthy Stitches, Simple Gifts, Courage. This was the Sal, a Sal that Pam from Just Keep Stitching started. I want to say, oh, do I put the date down here? Oh, back in 2023, so it's coming up to 2 years. And I started mine on my son's birthday 2 years ago. It's the end of this month. This was for Pam for her survival of Sal, and she kind of invited everybody to come and join. So many people have done it, working on it for themselves or for a family member who has survived cancer or in memory of. And mine, unfortunately, is in memory of my dad. And last year was 10 years since his passing, which is just so hard to believe. But the thread colors are all based on the different cancers and stuff. So they include this with the ribbons and kind of give you a general recommendation for different colors to choose if you are doing it for a different type of cancer. So I called Keepsakes. I got them to get the chart, kit it up, and they picked the fabric, the floss, and sent it on its way. And wonderful choices. I love this fabric. So this is a 32 count linen, and it's chocolate milk, which is like the most beautiful color ever. If you ever get a chance to get some of this, get it. It's Fabrics by Stephanie, and it is so beautiful. But this is sort of, you see my jumping around from page to page. This is my start And I'm pretty happy with that progress. I mean, would I love for it to be done by now? Yes, but I'm just enjoying the process. I don't get a ton of time to stitch my own, like stitch stuff for myself right now, and I hope to change that, like I said, but I'm pleased with what I have done. And if I just get to sit down and do a little motif here and there, or pull it out on special days, that's what I've been doing. And yeah, these colors are fabulous. I've shown you guys before, but this is Weathered Barn for the burgundy and Khaki Mocha for the cream. Beautiful colors. So this is what I have so far. Isn't that pretty on there? Oh my gosh. The colors are stunning. And like I said, I've just been hopping around. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with that. I know it's been a while since I showed you guys, and I know I've been pulling it out and working on it, like I say, when I can. So I thought I'd update you on that. I only have started another Sal. I wish I could do them all. Maybe one day. I mean, yes, one day I will, when I retire, right? When I buy all the charts and pattern or fabrics and floss and stuff, I'm always saying that's my retirement plan. People save for the retirement. I'm doing it with floss and fabrics, charts and all the goodies. Okay. So the other one I have is, now let's see. I got these, my amazing friend Stephanie, the New England Stitcher, when she does these amazing Whippa Keepas. They're so beautiful. I hope I didn't flash any charts. No, okay, I didn't. Isn't this so fun? So, thread bed, a little pocket. She's got the little dangly for clicking on either your scissors or your floss rings or whatever you want. I put my floss rings there sometimes, and then sometimes in this pocket. So I've got 2 projects in this one, I believe. But she also sent these little cards. Like, she has that attached to the little clipper claw, lobster claw that hangs in there. And it's a project card. So she's got this cute little card, and then it's got all this like place for you to write all the information. So this is Autumn is Joyful by Lila's Studio, and it's on 18 count Ada, Pantone, and that's Roxy Floss Co. And it is, I started this at Stitch New England, and it's a Sal. With my friends there. So October 17th of last year I started this one, and I did do some more stitching on it, I think, since I've showed you guys. So that's where I'm at. Not a ton, but it's a big project too. It's gonna feel great when I get it done. I thought with our vacation that I would have got more stitching done, and you guys, I really didn't. I stitched twice in the car, and it's a 13.5-hour drive home. So yeah, I had lots of time, but I just enjoyed the trip. I did stitch twice, and it wasn't a lot. I wish it was more, but oh well. Anyways, those little cards, she did hers, so then I was like, I'm gonna make some of those, because you know how many times you start a project and you forget to write down the fabric, and you take it out of the bag and there's a little tag, you didn't realize the tag was not in the bag, or you didn't put it in the project bag. Oh my gosh, it's a problem. For me, it's a problem. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get those little cards made. Vistaprint, I picked, was it 6 different designs of my stitches to put on the front, and I just got my husband to kind of do the same layout as what Stephanie had done. And yeah, they're wonderful. You just punch a hole in, it's a business card, right? And so then you put the image on the front. I branded mine. So if I am wanting to give somebody a business card or kit up a project for someone, I can. And they've got this and all the information on the back. So this one is Christmas Bells Sampler, a heartstring samplery. And I did this one on 20 count embellish from Atomic Ranch. And this I started at the Jingle Ball 2024. So see, isn't that nice to have like all that information just there? And then if you lose your threads, you can be like, oh, that's from. So this was a sal we started in one of the rooms at the Jingle Ball. And I resisted and resisted, wasn't going to get into it. And then I just finally said, I really want to do it. So I did. Went and bought, the chart was available in the set for sale room, whatever. What would you, I guess in the shop, the online, because with the events, there's generally a shopping area where there's fabric and patterns. I don't, maybe not fabric as much, but the designers all have their patterns available and different exclusives and stuff too. So I went and bought the PDF and kitted it up and got started. I just picked my own colors, what I had on hand in front of me for this. I just went with it's a really simple palette, so I just sort of, those were in front of me already that I was planning on using for something else, and that is pretty much what I got done over that period of time. I worked on it a little bit since, and not a ton though. I was mostly trying to figure out the bells, what kind of floss I wanted to use for that. And I've been back and forth. I had originally started with this, which is the Etoile, DMC Etoile. And I liked it, but I thought it wasn't quite sparkly enough. So then I tried some other things and I kind of landed with this as an option. What do you guys think? I don't know if this is, I kind of like the tone of this color, but the sparkly of this one. So I've left it in there for now, trying to decide. I kind of stitched a bazillion of the bells and ripped them out. You can actually kind of see where the last one was that I had put in and then took out because I didn't like the fabric. But when I say I was trying all the different sparkly threads, I really was. So that's what my little sample pad of different ones, and you know, some of them stitch nicer than others, and I was just trying to find the right one. Now looking at it, I do think I'm kind of like leaning towards the less sparkly one, just because the tone of it seems to work better with the colors. But what do you think? Anyways, those are my outside of work stitches. Oh, I gotta put this all back or else. Okay, so easy enough to manage those projects. I just need to get back to them. They're all relatively big. Do small ones in between for fun, quick release of like getting something done. I have a couple things kitted up for like new projects that I'm got coming down the line. If you guys want to see a color palette or two. So I have this new Dinky Dyes silks. I just unraveled them to get started. This is my second fabric start because the first one wasn't punching enough. So what I generally do with Dinky Dye silks, I find them really easy to kit up. I do drops, so they unravel because they come, I wish I had one here. Oh, here's one. So they come in this like in a twisted, right, skein. and they are really easy. What I do is I unravel it, the tags on this end. So I always cut that tag part off because it's just tied on with some of the silk. And then I unravel it here. And then, I guess I could just show you guys because this one's going to get used anyways. Oh, but I don't want to lose my tag on it. Okay, so you cut that top part and then it'll drop down, right? Like this end will drop down and then you have it looped again. Then I go into that loop again and I just slice that on that end. And then this other end is what you feed it through onto your drop. So, and I like that length. Then you just feed that end through. What I generally will do too is after I've done that with them, so I haven't done it with this one yet, is I will just take them over to the ironing board and I'll just give them a quick iron, and I just feel like that helps to like smooth them out and keep them a little bit nicer stored. So this is a new color palette though that I picked. Isn't it fun? I love these colors. Look at them shine. Oh, silks are just so beautiful. They are so, so nice. Love them. So this is on Rustic Pistachio is what I'm like mid-stitch. Oh my goodness. What was I doing? I probably got called away. Some child needed something, you guys. Okay, I don't have a lot stitched, but this was more or less to try and find the color if this was gonna work. So this is Rustic Pistachio from Roxy Floss Co. And those are the start of the colors on it. So I love it. I cannot wait to see the whole thing. Beautiful. So that's a little sneak peek for you guys of something that will be coming eventually. Yeah. All right. I think that's about it for stitching. I did have a quilt here to show you. So before I get into the quilt, actually, I just remembered here. I had back in, for the Jingle Ball, a few of us who met at the Jingle Ball the previous year ended up doing like a Christmas exchange, Secret Santa exchange. So you put all the names in, draw, get somebody to do a little smalls exchange with. I got Stephanie, the New England Stitcher, and Jamie from the Pink Stitchers got me, and it's been forever since then, and I feel awful I haven't shown it since, but she got me the most amazing little gift. I don't even have it all together because there are pieces in use everywhere, but she got me this a little stitchy jewelry case that she put together for me, and I'll show you what I have in it right now. Like nothing. But it's because I'm in transition between projects, so I just showed you guys the new stitch that I'm started testing on fabric. Now that it's tested on fabric, I will get those silks ironed and the full kit set up, and then I'm gonna set it up in here. So it'll have my stitchies, scissors and stuff, and all the little bits. But she gave me this amazing little stitcher's case that she made, put together, and she had all these different like needle minders up here. One was a little hoop needle minder that has a little duck from one of my charts stitched on it in really small count. So cute. And then she made a couple like shrink art ones and stuff. They are in projects since that I have on the go, kitted up. And she gave me a little like keychain, scissor fob chain that has a little shrink art on it as well. that she had hand drawn these things. They're so cute. And folding scissors and all sorts of goodies. She gave me this amazing little needle book that she made from felt. Like, are you kidding me? This is so cute. It was like a little paint palette needle book. Like, I love it so much. So adorable. And then she even gave me this like it's an eraser, but it's a ear. It's like Van Gogh's ear. So cute. And I would just, when I opened it, I was like she got it. She knows me. It's so fun, like, to have somebody who you have just met with online in one of these stitchy rooms and connected with, and you know, to see that they really like get who you are. It was just really cool. So her stitch she did is over here, that she included. Like, Miss Overachiever went like way over and beyond. She made this adorable little art book, and it ties up here, and it's like this tiny little book. She created this all on her own, and then she didn't do just one stitch. She starts off with Van Gogh, which is like, come on, right? Oh gosh, I've got to get this in focus, because her stitching, like the little fine work that she did on this, I hope I can show them. Anyways, these are all miniatures of famous art. Are you kidding? Just incredible. And on the finest of count. I can't remember what count she said this was, but it's itty bitty. Is it 20 count? It might even be smaller. Just incredible. I cannot believe. So Jamie, thank you so much. If you aren't following Jamie and her mom and sister over at the Pink Stitchers, they've got a Flosstube and Instagrams as well. They have been very busy. Life is lifing all the time, right? So we all have our seasons of where we've been away from Flosstube too long, but when they have one, they have incredible stitching to show and share. So like, head on over and check her out if you're not already. Oh my gosh, though, Jamie, incredible work. Just incredible. So grateful. This is like a prized possession of mine, and it will be always. I'm just truly like blown away with the creativity and the intricate detail and work and hours spent. Like, thank you. Thank you, thank you. But one thing I'll say about her little creative box too that she sent, because I know everybody does these, but I haven't really seen anybody who's putting these little, like, I don't know, the magnets. I see people hanging like their scissors and different things from here, but she put a magnet on every single one of these, and they had like all the different needle minders on it. When, like, she sent me gosh, like 4 maybe different needle minders at least. And it had everything like attached there when she sent it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. But I mean, you don't even need a needle minder in here because she's got all these little magnets. And so what I've been using it as is exactly this. When I do a project, I put each color on a needle and put it in here. If there's some that, like if I have more spots than I do colors, then I'll double up on some of them, whichever is more popular of a color in the chart. But I'll do that, and then I go, okay, I'm gonna take this color, and I do my stitches, and then if I cut it off and there's still some thread on the needle, then it just goes back up here until I move to the next spot that has that color. And I've been using it like that, and I feel like this works so much better than just using one needle unthreading it, putting the floss on my little thread keep, and then going and repeat, right? I just leave them threaded and I just stick them up there, and then when I need the color again, I go and it's there. So it works amazing. It would work great if you had like one thread color charts, a monotone thread that you're just doing one. You can have a bunch of needles threaded up and ready to go. But I love it. It's been so handy. I just start stitching and then cut it off, put the needle up, go to the next area, and then when I need to go do that color again, it's ready to go. So this has been huge, like, change to my whole stitching process. So I generally have more than one project on the go. Right now I'm kind of between transition periods, and I'm just in the process of designing, making final floss color choices, fabric colors, and then I'll start the process of kitting up and fully getting going on the stitching. So I've got a couple things coming down the pipe, but I thought I was gonna get another stitchy case, another jewelry case, and make it into the same kind of thing so I can have another one on the go. So I did go with a little bit bigger of a case. It'd really get some different spots up there. It's got a little, I just put a pen in here because I was like, why not? These are my favorite pens because it's got the little stylus on the back, and I use, oh gosh, is it Pattern Keeper? That, to mark off everything on the charts, I use these pens, and then I always have a pen. It does have a little like screwdriver end to it too, that you can like, two different ends. So if you had like a hoop or something and you needed to tighten it or loosen it off and it couldn't do it. It's a handy tool. Plus there's a little ruler if you're ever in a quick, like, oh my gosh, I should need a 2-inch border on this or something. It's got a little bit of a measurement there that you can quick reference. So that's my favorite pen. And yeah, I'm gonna make another little stitchy box out of this one. This one comes with like, this has a big mirror on the other side, which I'm not gonna flash because it'll just show everything. And then it's got like different little spots. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with it, but I'll fill you guys in when I actually get around to making that into a little project. Stitchy case. So that's fun. Okay. And then, like I said, I had a couple quilts that I did. I did one for my mom, one for myself. I think that was it. I did work on another one a while ago, a throw top. I totally forgot about it. I was on a call with some of my friends, and I kind of we're talking quilting, and I looked up at my quilting shelf, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a whole project that's just waiting for the batting to go in between to quilt and then finish. So I have a throw blanket. I think I've shared that one with you guys before. It has like chickens and eggs and stuff on it, but if not, I'll share it again another time. But I did do 2 others. I'll see if I can pop in some photos here. I was hoping not to have to edit too much today, but the 2 quilts I just took a couple days and just like got them done. It was so nice and fun. And then I went to the fabric store to get another batting, and while I was there I found this other collection, and I had to get it, so I got it. And the other 2 quilts I did were a free pattern. I forgot to look it up. I had it on my notes. Reminder, look up the name of the free quilt pattern that you use so you can share that information. I didn't. I will post it here and link it in the description box. It was from the Fat Quarter Shop, and it was one of the free quilts that they have available, PDF. So I did the same thing. I did make slight changes to the second one I did just based off the fabric I had to work with. And then I found this pack. I bought a layered cake and a charm pack of it, and then decided I was gonna just I just made this kind of, I've seen a quilt like this, and so I just kind of made my own assumptions on how to put it together and went with it. So I did this, I forget the name of this fabric. If you guys want to know, I could always look it up. I believe it's a Moda collection. Yeah, it would be, because the fabric store I got from, they generally only carry Moda fabrics. So, isn't that, it might be botanical something. I think it's Botanical Gardens or something. I can look. It's so beautiful though, and I just love how it came together. The fabric in between here, the white, has like this subtle lace on it, florally lace. I love it. I just think it's so pretty, and I cannot wait to... It would be done now if I had gone back to the fabric store, because I bought the fabric going, I'm not going to do anything with it. And then I blasted through the other 2 quilts and was like, I just want to do more quilting. So I started piecing it and ended up getting it done, and was like, oh, I guess I need to go get backer fabric, because I didn't plan on actually, you know, when you buy fabric for a quilt and then you're like, I won't get the whole works until I'm ready, because that's a lot to invest in. As long as I feel like you can get a backer to match good enough with anything. So buy the front fabric, and if you get around to it, maybe something else will come up in the meantime that'll get you inspired more, and then this will just become something you hold on to for later, for another project. But anyways, I couldn't resist. I got going and I did it. It's I don't even know what size it came out to. It's somewhere between a throw and a twin, because I just sort of randomly pieced it together with what I had. I probably knew the dimensions when I did it, but now I couldn't tell you because it's been so long since I finished that. Yeah. So that's that. Well, I was, oh yeah, right. I should look at my notes here. I don't have very many notes, but I did put for haul. I have a few finds from a vintage market we had here. I went to with my mom, and I found some really amazing finds. So I got some old spools. Aren't those fabulous? I mean, anytime you're out and you guys know it, see anything sewing related, an old bobbin, you just kind of have to get it, right? So this is actually, it's funny because when my husband and I got married, we spent our honeymoon on Vancouver Island, because we got married in Tofino on the west coast of Canada, as far west as you can go, kind of, out on Vancouver Island. And we just spent our honeymoon traveling around. So we spent a few extra days in Tofino, and then we went to Quilt and to Victoria. And when we were in Tofino, we stopped in one of the shops there. That's one of my favorite little collective shops, all sorts of trinkets and stuff. And they had a candle snuffer that's got like a big cast iron end here and a snuffer, and it's made out of one of these, like an old bobbin. Without the thread on it, just the wood handle was the bobbin. And at the time I was like, oh wow, that's so cool, and I bought it. And I just think how like life has come full circle to like, this is now like when I find stuff like this, I'm like, oh my gosh, so cool, right? Anything sewing themed and related. So that was fun. I got this giant spool, which the patina on it, the coloring, I had to get it. It's got some old cording on it that's like copper wiring, but I love it. I just thought the color and everything was fun. I thought that'd be fun for some staged photos and stuff, as a little riser kind of. And then I got this cute little plate basket with handles. I don't know, I just thought it was fun again for staging. And then this beautiful antique basket. So look at the weave of that. Isn't that stunning? I love it. Very well made, beautiful. So very pleased. It was a lot of fun. My mom loves going to those kinds of things with me, and she's always on the hunt for anything sewing machine themed, or like old sewing machines and stuff, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Well, we were there too. There was so the one side has the vintage market. It's at like the curling club, and then the other side had like wood makers of the area, and their wood, like the woodworker, some of them were there for showing their skills, like they just had their work on display to show and weren't selling, and other people were there like selling some of their creations. So some of their fine detail carving was like incredible. I really appreciate any of the old craftsmanship, kind of like, I mean, even needlework itself, right? We have to keep these old traditional ways of making alive. And when I was walking through there, I was just hoping that these older men with all this skill and knowledge and appreciation for the craft are passing this on, and that there's people out there that are also equally like wanting to absorb this information and take it and like make a new generation of it. Because if we lost that in our world, it would be so sad. The skill level is just like unbelievable. So it was really nice to just walk through and appreciate it. And a lot of them, like I said, were just showing their stuff and not selling. If they were selling, I would have bought so much more. There were some really cute little things that were all like hand carved and painted, and oh my god, just amazing. But this one gentleman was selling crib boards that he just makes out of like wood, like the logs. He peels back the bark and cuts the logs in half, and he had all sorts of ones that kind of like have ups and downs and like V's to them, where you start on one arm of the tree branch, go down and around and then back to the end. And cribbage, you know, the cards, not my husband and I play a lot of crib, so anytime I see a crib board, I'm always like looking for something that's, you know, a piece, and this was just like a beautiful piece. So I did buy one from him, and it was just, he was so delighted to make the sale, and I was just like so appreciative for something so beautiful and amazing. So it was really cool to have the two different markets going on at the same time. And yeah, I'm sure I've done lots of other shopping in between, but while we were on holidays, I did go to the quilt shop in the town I went to, and I got some beautiful little goodies. So let's see what I ended up picking up. Fabrics. I got all these adorable beautiful finishing fabric. These are probably going to be mostly, I mean, I'll probably snag some for quilts and things too, but a lot of it'll be for like little pillow finishes and stuff. That was the idea behind it, is I picked a lot of different, more like the softer, just basic tones, stripes and florals and stuff for finishing. So love those. That was just my random. I love a good fat quarter pick and go. So it's like in a candy shop. And then this was just some that I got out of the sales stuff. So it goes with some of the other fabric I have, but also really good basics for finishing. Again, this is Tula, or not Tula. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Stephanie. This is Tilda. Tilda fabric, and I'm so excited to have this for, again, finishing. So Tempted to make a quilt, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably go into my 4 finishes pile. And then I got this cute collection, and this is a Moda collection. Does it say which one? It doesn't say on here the name of it, but it is beautiful. It's got, look at that, those colors, and then it's got the wheatgrass, which is like total prairies vibe. But these colors, you got ladybugs and bumblebees in there, butterflies, florals, again another wheat, the milk, which is so cute, and my goodness, you guys, the farm animals, so cute. This is amazing. So I'm thinking with this one, I'm probably going to make a little quilt with it. Cherries. This is just going to be a nice little memory quilt from that trip. And, you know, one of my most favorite areas of the world. So I just am in love. I just think it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fabrics. So I'm excited for that one. That might have to go like start soon pile. So anyways, I think that's all I have for you guys. I know, an hour and a half or so of chitter chatter, but it was so good catching up with everybody, filling you in on what's been going on in my world. I am busy. We are getting our first weekend of like hot weather here, so we're gonna get outside and enjoy it. Trying to do some spring cleaning, and all while still I'm in a real big design kick right now, I'm not gonna lie. I just did up 4 new charts, and it's like a little series, and more information will be coming about that soon. If you guys aren't part of my newsletter yet, please head over to my website. You can join the newsletter club there, where you will get sort of some sneak peeks coming up of what I'm working on, and when I release new things like a new Flosstube, or if I have new projects, all the good things, okay? Yeah, I'm really excited about this next collection of charts that I have just sort of finished off the first round of the design process for me. And that, like I said, it's just like I get in these cycles of where it's like I design all these things and I get really excited, and then I get into the stitching, and then I got to get the finishes, and then it's just so fun. So thank you to everybody for allowing me to be here and spend this time with you, but also for allowing me to continue to do this as a career. Like, I am forever grateful. I can't say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I just hope that I can continue to bring you guys designs that you guys are loving and you appreciate them as much as I do. And I don't ever see running out of ideas happening for me, because like every time one's completed, it's like snowballs into something else, or oh, I want to do this now. So I cannot wait to see what the rest of 2025 has in store for me, and for the designs and all that good stuff. 2026 is going to be even bigger and better. I just know that it's just a beautiful place that I'm in right now, designing and creating. So thank you again. If you made it all the way to the end, amazing. And I will talk to you guys hopefully sooner than later. If you're going to the spring mingle this weekend, I will see you there, hopefully. Okay, everybody, whatever you're doing, whether it's just hanging out, if you're working on some stitching, just whatever it is, thank you for being here. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day, evening, week, and that spring and summer are going to be lovely and gorgeous for you all. So until next time, happy stitching, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.